Hello, everyone. I hope everyone had a nice Christmas. I feel like. Oh my gosh, it's gonna toy with me. Well, this shit's coming out either way. I've been super excited for this series that I always like to say, let the trash take itself out. And because in life, a lot of times that's exactly what happens when you have people who are, um, you know, their time's up, their time's expired in your life, plain and simple. That's the easiest way to put it. And so, I just felt like with New Year's coming up, a lot of people are resolution people. I'm kind of like an any day can be a resolution day person. But nonetheless, I know a lot of people are like, all right, something's going to be different this year. So I wanted to do a series for that. Yeah, I'm already kind of picking up on some stuff. Um, I've already cleansed everything. I actually have my incense over here, so I may just like take my cards and swipe them over it. It's a cool day where I'm at in Central California, so I feel like my allergies are a little weird and my nose is runny, but we're gonna get through it. So, apologize for the sniffing in advance. There's gonna be a loud ring. I wanna just clear the space with this bell. Okay. I want to know, this is going to be a general reading. I want to know what is holding people back. This is either going to resonate with you or it's not. If it's not your story, don't force it to fit. But again, with taking the trash out, there's a lot of things that people need to eliminate in their lives to move forward any day and every day, but New Year's is kind of a nice way to do it, a nice time to do it. People like having the resolutions or the timeline to where they say, oh, this is when I did this. I am picking up on somebody who's maybe a little too obsessive about the timeline, and you're gonna have to pump the brakes, dude. That's exactly what they're telling me, is you're gonna have to pump the brakes because you're prolonging the inevitable. Controls and illusion. Facade. Okay. I mean, hello. Ooh. 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 Okay, facade. Let go of that facade, the illusion. We have forgiveness. Abundance. Perfection. And victim came out upside down. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, you will know that this is not a Dr. Pepper ad. But I intuitively read the cards. And yeah, okay, facade. Here we have, it looks like they're walking on clouds, and this little boy holding, you know, it almost feels very like ancestor. To me, this kind of screams inner child work, which is something I've touched on a little bit in this channel. Inner child work is essential to be a thriving adult, in my opinion. And even if you didn't have a super traumatic childhood, but you had, I don't know, just some shit you had to deal with, or maybe you didn't realize the world was bad until you weren't protected by, you know, parental figures anymore. But this is, to me, just showing to have faith. And this is obviously like the yellow tells me, you know, this is about healing. And then again, here we have this little nugget hugging this rhino, which just came out in the last slew of readings, I believe. Forgiveness, just kind of hugging onto it. And this purple rhino is very indicative to me of like intuition and almost trusting that, and with the protection of the rhino, like you've made it through things. Maybe you don't
sure
know.
I understand.
I wasn't joking to you. 144. Look that number up. I'm being told because 44 is a thing for me. But it's kind of like, even if you were alone as a kid, you always had people around you looking after you. And maybe this is why you can see the clouds. You know, you can see them through both of them, but him more so. That you've always been protected. And this is reminding me of a reel I saw a couple times in the last week where it's saying, and I can't remember the exact intro about it. Okay. I was like, is that even essential? And they're like, yes. Um, but saying that, like, what was something on your healing journey that, um, you realized along those lines? I mean, I'm probably fucking it up, let's be honest. But it said that the trauma that was caused by your parents was not intended. Emotionally immature parents is what the thing was about. It's coming back to me more and more. And so even if you felt like, you were alone, you were always protected. I'm seeing this man here in this abundance card. This girl's like toying with the coin, there's a house back here with a for sale sign. The dad is drinking at a bar. I say the dad can be male, female, but it feels like the energy, I don't want to necessarily say it's just a male, but it's like someone who's supposed to be protecting you, who's supposed to be providing for you. And he is at the same vent, and it looks like there's like a shiny, something there. But these are drains, and it's like somebody's just pissing everything down the drain. And so as an adult, if this is your story in this particular instance, this unhealthy need for protection, almost like in the offering of these berries, like, here, let me offer this to you, let me give this to you. But she's in this blue dress, or no, I'm sorry, there's a woman within a woman here. There's a blue right here, and the blue is this other dress, like just kind of like seeking up. And the blue to me represents heart chakra, or not heart chakra, I'm sorry, throat chakra. But here we have the green with heart chakra, and it almost is kind of like, I don't know if people aren't listening to you, to where I almost feel like somebody else is playing the victim, when in reality, and maybe they're trying to be picture perfect. But it feels like you guys are figuring out the truth of it. So again, I'm circling back to this inner child work, and maybe it's essential that you start 2022 with some inner child work, to be honest. I don't have my inner child deck out. Maybe I'll do that after the first of the year. Thinking that we're done with this one. Looks like it. Okay, moving on. What do we need? Okay, this is my Heart Path Oracle. I love this one. These are so beautiful. The collective, what do we need? 2022. I want to know, for the trash to continue to take itself out. They're telling me, stop letting people play the victim in your world. If someone's playing the victim in your world and they've done you wrong and you know the truth of it, don't waste your breath. Save it for something that is, I don't know, beneficial for you. I feel like people are not going to sit here. I may pull these a different way. These are so large. If you know me, you know why I'm laughing. Okay, I'm going to shuffle these a couple more times, and then I'm going to pull from the top. Eliminate people who have the victim mentality. Eliminate people who have this false sense of perfection, because it's not healthy for you to be around, plain and simple. They're telling me to look at the bottom of this deck, the journey. Nothing is as it seems. Are you kidding me? Being true to yourself. Being true to yourself. Here's this lotus flower, this expansion. Again, nothing, it says on here, this false sense of perfection I was talking about, and nothing is as it seems, is perfection is an illusion. It is a total fucking illusion. That's too many. They're telling me 3. Is a total illusion, and it's a waste of time. Communion, protective frequencies. Yeah, this goes back again to this facade, and where I said, even if maybe you were isolated as a child, didn't have a lot of people around, you have always been protected. And again, time wave, being in the present moment. Yes, quit striving for you know. And again, they're telling me to highlight that if you're on a healing journey, spiritual journey, whatever it may be, but if you're working on things to improve yourself, to improve your state of mind, to improve your processing, especially is what they're emphasizing, you know, take a break. Take a break. Look at these otters just kind of floating in this wave, and you see this eye like in the middle of the wave. Sometimes our best downloads, our best perceptions, our best like thought bombs, that's what I'm hearing, come in moments of silence. Come when we're trying to unplug, and then we have like this total epiphany in this what the fuck moment. And yeah, and this is programming your highest intentions, moving quickly through your current situation. If you keep this, you're allowing yourself the rest, and you have the faith and knowing that you're protected, and I'm hearing like other people's flaws, you're acknowledging them, but you're also acknowledging your own, which is super important, which is why nothing is as it seems. Kind of like, you know, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. But it'll help you when you're having this kind of just like if you have an up day, sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. You have this realization that as long as you're setting your intentions the best and most positive way that you know, possibly can, then, you know, sometimes even your positivity will chase these people out, take the trash out, you know, because they're kind of like, well, fuck, I want somebody who's gonna, you know, pour me all the time. I want somebody who is going to, you know, kind of like feed into the bullshit, quite frankly, is what I'm hearing. And I don't fucking get down like that. I, as a person, personally make choices for myself. People a lot of times will say, oh, well, you know, I just want to warn you, you know, and it's like, okay, thanks, but I'm still going to learn the lesson myself. And yeah. Then when that happens, instead of saying, oh, well, so-and-so told me, and that's why I never gave this person a chance, because people are meant to learn lessons all throughout their life. We're meant to learn the lessons. We're meant to, you know, do all the things. And if you're not doing the work in between your successes and in between your failures, because you've got them both. I mean, whether you want to acknowledge it or not, everybody does. But if you are taking the time to learn all the things, then, you know, you're going to see the shift in what's going on around you. But if you're going to stay stagnant, because I'm feeling kind of like, just like I want to almost like cough a little bit, even though I know I don't have to. It's not for me. You know, let things, if people or things are trying to move out of your way, let them. Well, why are you going to chase them? Truly, why are you going to chase them? Especially if they're trying to make their way out. Deuces. Don't let the door hit you. Get out of the way. Yeah, because gold, what is this going to do? Gold, number 16, cup of replenishment. This is going, when people start, you eliminate this stuff out of your life, of your circle. You have this cup of replenishment, this like where you're able to, in the time that you're spending chasing somebody who, if they're trying to get out of your life, let them get the hell on and quit wasting your energy and quit trying to figure it out. Because I see this infinity sign, and this shows me, like, I feel like this is very specific for somebody who's just kind of like, oh, I'm just going to keep chasing. I'm going to keep chasing. You're chasing your tail. Stop. This is also something that is for, I think, majority of people, the infinity sign to me is representing that things come and things go. People come and people go. And sometimes you'll think you'll never survive without somebody in your life. But it's also, nothing is as it seems. If you're not taking the time to be like, oh, wow, I never thought I was going to be here after so-and-so left me, or after I quit being friends with blank, or even after a more permanent thing, after, you know, the loss of a friend, a death of somebody, a parent, a spouse, you know, give that positivity, keep filling your cup, whether it's in times of rest or times of, you know, productive moments, productive projects. Okay, projects. Whether you're setting these goals, because as you're setting these goals in your own life, when you meet the goals, you're meeting the goals for not just yourself, but for your team, as in your angels, your guides, your ancestors, people who are looking after you. Because then I'm saying this, conquering fear, start today. You see, here's this angel holding this girl. I mean, I didn't even realize this card. They want to support you. They want to lead you and guide you into the next step. But you've got to make this the next step. Take the trash out. Make room. Let the trash take itself out. It didn't fall. Let the trash take itself out. Make room. Oh, I'll take these. Okay, I'm going to read these. Thanks. My guides just said, I said, well, I'll take these. And they're like, well, we gave them all to you, so you need to acknowledge them. Chakra. This was upside down, light body. I kind of feel like 2022 is going to be the year where a lot of people are stepping into their power. They're realizing kind of who the fuck they are. And there's almost going to be, and this is going to have a positive impact on love and relationships, it says. That was number 38. This is number 6. You're going to be at air element. 13, fly free. And again, here we have this Kundalini, untapped energy. You're going to be realizing, it's kind of like you're going to be remembering who the fuck you are. And like I was saying, you have these people looking out for you and pointing out this card. This says, with you now. Archangel Sandalphon. Number 22, authentic self. Who are you? Maybe in quiet times where you're connecting or you're talking to somebody who's, I don't know why I'm getting the passed on so much. And this indigo, mystery and mastery of life, 21, this indigo child, look that up. Because this seems to really go along with this forgiveness and the facade where I talked about the inner child stuff. New dawn, welcome back. Again, remembering who you are. Endings, you are held, is even sometimes the finale and things that end up in the ways that you didn't even anticipate and thought there's no way I'm going to survive and thrive off of this, like I had said before. I mean, look at the opportunity at the end of that bridge or dock, whatever. That's number 45. Number 55, red, safety, strength, and power. And again, this perfection was red card, root chakra. And here we have more red. Stay grounded. Stay grounded and remembering who you are as you continue to, because this is what this embodies for me. Is this, I don't know, this pathway, you know, this almost this fire within yourself of, I don't know, maybe really diving in and doing the work, getting your hands dirty. Oh, sorry guys. Big ol' smack. I was like, why do I have this on here still? Otherwise I end up messing too much with it. Taking the trash out when it needs to be done. I do think there was only 2. Abundance is your right. You've got abundance twice. You have big things waiting for you. Big, huge, guys, huge. And I feel like, and it says you are here for a reason. This came out upside down. I don't generally read these in reverse, but I feel like somebody is struggling to find their purpose. What makes you feel good? What makes you feel alive? What are the things that you can do, the things that you engage in that essentially make you feel like, I don't know, maybe that you're giving back? Because, you know, I keep being drawn back to this victim card, and maybe this is because somebody is being tired or is growing tired of being labeled as a victim. Maybe somebody, you know, here we have like this dragon in the background and this squirrel with there's a face in this acorn, and it's like all about perception is what that says to me in a sense. You know, here you have this dragon smiling. It's fall time, I would assume. The leaves are brown. The squirrel, whatever it is, chipmunk, something is out collecting its food for the winter, but um, they're like peacefully coexisting. And this maybe is a lot about lightness, excuse me, light and dark. I feel like somebody is really starting to see and acknowledge, and it's time for you to speak the truth, because I feel like that's why my throat chakra is kind of loosening up. That's why I'm having, I don't know, like these weird little burps. Is because somebody's realizing, I don't know, who they are. And maybe there's a little bit more power in that than they ever dreamed, ever imagined. Oh, sorry guys, I literally bumped my elbow in the same spot on my hydro. Sorry. Um, Also, for some reason, and I saw this and this reminded me of tarot, of the Hanged Man, this chakra card, the light body and upside down. Um, if you're around people who are keeping you stale, and stale is the word I specifically held, the mask is what I'm going to pull out right now. The forest, yeah, it's like people are hiding. People are hiding who they are. I feel like here you have in the quiet, where did we talk about this? This eye in the middle of the wave, when these otters are just kind of chilling. Got this one by this lotus flower, dragonfly, the sun, the moon. And in your times of quiet, if you keep circling a situation, you keep circling a person, maybe something doesn't feel right about a person, maybe you're trying to understand what this person is bringing to your life. And again, this is telling me, like, I feel like they're hiding something, honestly, with the forest here. It feels like they're hiding something. And I feel like I'm being told they're hiding something because it has to do a lot with they haven't accepted their self, and maybe there's not a lot of self-love there, but they're hiding who they really are. And this could of course be linked to this false sense of perfection. Thank you. This other one that had come out, the healer. Okay, here we have the healer that came out, the shaman, the desert, and then the poet. Okay, the healer. Again, like I said, your perspective is changing. It's widening. It's something that maybe you have these things as you continue to remember who the fuck you are. You can't really hide it anymore. And so this is telling me too, this healer card, which I love these little cards. The healer and then the shaman, it's like you need to connect with like-minded people. You need to connect with like-minded people who are feeding. Maybe I'm like literally feel like I could be really thirsty right now, feeding this quench of knowledge that you have growing. And maybe it's, maybe spirituality is new to you. Maybe you think like, oh, I don't really know that much. Like, I feel stupid. I tell people all the time, there is no such thing as a dumb question at all. There's no such thing as a dumb question. And if you have somebody who belittles and ridicules you for a question that you may ask that is supposed to be, a shadow worker, light worker, whatever you want to say, somebody who is, going through their own spiritual journey, ascension process that you're connecting with. And if somebody makes you feel just, try this. It's an intuition test. That's always an intuition test. I'm sorry. So even this one, like I said, the desert, when you have this, you feel like you're desolate, you're bare, you're alone. You have so many people that you can actually reach out to. And then the poet, it's helped to me. I hear this and it's like composing all these words where you're like, oh my gosh, I feel alone, I feel isolated, nobody understands me, everyone thinks I'm crazy. When you connect with these people, the healer, the shaman, the poet, anyone who's having their own spiritual experience, and you connect with them in a true way, and it's funny, kind of like, because of course the first thing everyone wants to say is, you're crazy. All right, yeah, I'm crazy then. By all means, ask me if I give a shit. Go ahead and think I'm crazy, and I promise you, you're going to find people who are your right type of crazy. and you can mix it up. And then all of a sudden, you have this acceptance of self, and it's just like you think about this person and you're like, oh my gosh, this was so amazing. Sorry, I hope I wasn't muffling that. But you just have this positive experience, and even if you don't stay connected with this person forever, use them as a stepping stone to, to grow your knowledge, to grow your perspective, and to put some pieces together. Okay, again, since we're taking the trash out, this is one of my fun decks that I love. On Etsy, I found this, my Fuck It deck. And anybody who knows me personally, I actually think I'm not too horrible in my videos, but I use fuck like a comma. So, in my daily life. And it is what it is. I don't really give a shit if people like it or not. So, in honor of that, with this Fuck It deck, let's see what, as you continue to take the trash out for the new year, what you need to know. Ooh. How is there a fly in here? Like, literally. Try and see what the fuck happens. What? I'll tell you what the fuck happens. Miracles. Magic. Let those people out of your life and make room. You can't carry around people who are not serving you and expect to see positive results. You have to release people. It's negative energy that weighs you down. I guess that's a great way to say it, as we're talking about taking the trash out. So if you're taking the trash out, or you're letting the trash take itself out, if it's gifting you and taking the trash out, then by all means, like it says, try it and see what the fuck happens. There's nothing else coming. But here's bottom. Life isn't fucking fair, but you are awesome. And this was upside down. Again, I can't help but to feel someone is doubting who they are. Someone, this could be one person, this could be many people that find this video. Try enlightening. Try growing. Try connecting with people that are like-minded instead of people that are shitting all over you and keeping you stuck. Because life isn't fair. That, it's not meant to be fair. It's meant to learn. You're meant here, you're meant to learn the lessons, you're meant to do the things, you're meant to grow and be a better person. And guess what? If you're not growing, you're not doing the work, it's not going to be fucking awesome. And all you're going to think is how it's not fair, this isn't good, I don't like it, I do not recommend, 0 stars. So it doesn't matter. Start doing the work, start seeing the good in yourself, and, try it and see what the fuck happens, and let the trash take itself out. Happy New Year. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks.